What is up, guys? We're back with another video. This is going to be pretty much going over everything for the Paladins 1.6 update notes that we actually got from earlier today. I wanted to wait till they actually released the patch notes because I did not want to piece through a video. So, apologize if the video is a little bit late, but it does help me out a lot, and I get able to get the video out faster this way. So, and it saves me a lot of time editing. This last video I did for the last patch, I think it was for 1.4 update, did pretty well, so I decided to do another one. If you guys want more videos like this in the future, drop a like. If you are new, subscribe, that'd be great. Going to be doing a lot more Paladins content on the channel, especially with this new update out, with all this new stuff that we are getting confirmed. Just a little bit of a gist here of everything that there really is. I'm going to go over everything pretty much to give my opinions on it, so if it is a longer video, I do apologize if there's a lot I actually want to say. First of all, we're going to be getting a new champion, DREDGE, which is pretty much a pirate. They actually showed off all of the abilities and stuff. I'm going to tell you guys right now, the design and the in-game sprite looks absolutely amazing. They did an amazing job with this thing, or with him. Probably one of the best looking characters for a long time, honestly. I don't know why it keeps scrolling up automatically, but we have the abilities. For his regular fire, it's actually he is a blaster type class and a damage roll with 2200 health. You can say right now with the amount of with the abilities and what they gave him, and especially his ultimate, this is going to be like probably the top tier blaster after he does get released. Screw Drogo, screw Willow. They're still going to have uses. They're going to have niches for them, but if you're going to want a blaster, it's going to be DREDGE after he does get released, because just by everything they gave him, he's the top tier blaster just automatically, or at least by how it looks. Not gonna say he is yet because I haven't played him or nobody's played him yet, but just by what he has and the damage output he's able to do. The Cursed Howlitzer fires an explosive projectile, which you can actually bounce off walls, bounce off the ground, etc., etc. You can actually try to get pretty much just throw it around and try to bounce it off stuff to get it into wherever the opponent is. And reloading fires a slow traveling projectile that deals 1000 damage. So that's insane. So say you throw out one grenade, you can reload, it'll automatically, when you're in the process of reloading, it'll throw out a 1000 damage grenade. It's super slow traveling though, but it does have a very high AoE area of effect. So gotta look out for that, otherwise you're gonna, I don't know, this thing's got like an absolute tank slayer. Definitely. For your ult fire, you got 3 projectiles that each deal 950 damage. You can shoot them in one place, or you can scatter them out because they actually have I think a 0.2 second delay between each other, so you can like move really quickly and they'll all go in different directions, or you can just throw them out in one spot for a larger AoE. So that's very cool. Insanely good as well, but I think the 2-second fuse is a little bit predictable. It makes it not super overpowered, at least. The ability number 1 is actually a harpoon, which is actually I think your L on like if you're playing Switch, like at least what I play. I think it's your L or R button, one of those two. Hurl a piercing harpoon. It actually goes through enemies, so you can hit multiple people at once. Enemies hit by the harpoon take 800 damage or slowed by 50% for 2 seconds, which is absolutely insane. And actually, this is actually going to play into one of his abilities as well, which is insane. So you can throw it through opponents. It gets a 50% slow, so it helps your teammates out to kill somebody. Or you can use that to throw up probably like a broadside or hit them with a bomb, something. Insanely good as well because DREDGE is actually going to move incredibly slow. It's one of those damage users that doesn't have really good mobility, apart from what he does have here for shortcut. Otherwise, he doesn't have good mobility. Unlike some other champions like Cassie has good mobility with the dodge roll, etc. Stuff like that, but it's going to be very slow moving. I think it's like about as slow as Nara or Fernando. That's what they said. So the last thing pretty much is mobility. I think the only thing that really can be considered mobility for him. Deploys up to 2 portals you can travel between. So you set down a portal, you walk somewhere else, you set down another portal, and whenever you want you can hop through both the portals. And he also does have a talent where you can actually let allies use the portal, and after you use the portal yourself, one of the portals will actually self-destruct, so you have to set another one. but for allies it won't do that. And for the ultimate, which is absolutely overpowered, it's insane. 4,000 damage in an area. Even the way they actually showed it in the video earlier today, it just looks insanely overpowered. Imagine throwing this onto the point, or pointing at the point, or the siege target, or whatever it is, or on the payload, and everybody's standing around. Everybody is, if you don't have like at least 4,000 health, or you're not shipped down, you're at full health, and you're a tank. If you're not a tank, you're dead, pretty much. Really overpowered. I'm assuming it's going to have a really, probably the most slow ultimate charge in the game. Create a rift after missile tentacles rip through anything reality, dealing 4,000 damage. And like I said, really overpowered. Going to be great for controlling point, especially on tracks like Bright Marsh. Don't even get me started. The talents, like I already kind of covered some of these, but I'll go over them again. Scuttle is actually going to be the default one you get by just unlocking the person. You reload projectile now explodes in an area of effect, so you get a little bit more AoE. Not really the best. Abyss Spike, this one's very interesting. Harpoon now lodges into terrain and explodes for 1,000 damage when enemies are nearby. So it's pretty much kind of like a detonation mine. Really cool. I can see a lot of uses for this, and I really just want to use this character already. I really don't want to wait for Dredge to be released. If they threw him in the game right now, I'd actually be able to spy him and play the shit out of him, because I just want to use him so bad. We have Hurl for the level 8 of talent. Harpoon no longer has a cooldown or applies a slow, so you can pretty much throw unlimited harpoons. It gives you a second main weapon, pretty much. The drawback to this is it only does 800 damage, or I think it's 600 or 800 damage, and it's better than the bombs because you can throw it a lot farther and it's a lot more accurate than the his other weapon, the grenades or whatever it is, but it just doesn't do as much damage. It has no slow, so. But very interesting. I can see that being spammed. Probably his best ability that has a lot of ranges if you're going to be playing with a coordinated team. Allies may pass through your shortcut, and if they pass through, it does not self-destruct the last one. So they can pass through as long as there's still portals there that don't get destroyed. The portals actually count as a deployable, so they can be destroyed, but normally if Dredge himself passes through the portal, it self-destructs, but if an ally does, it won't. So very good for coordinated play, and on like bigger tracks I see that being played a lot. We have some cards. I guess these were all shit that was released already. I'm not even going to go over the cards. Actually have a bunch of cards here. I'm not even really going to go over the cards because I'm going to make an entire video going over Dredge anyways. So if you guys want to stay tuned for that, subscribe. I'll be making an entire video on how to play Dredge. I'm not going to go over any of the cards. We have a new event. I don't know why it's so laggy. We have a new event called the Dark Tides event, which is actually going to be very cool. They also gave us a shitload of new skins. These skins probably are the best looking skins they've released in a long time, guys. There's like absolutely I think like 3 of these skins. I want to buy the Vivian skin. The Fernando skin looks insanely good. The skin I really want to get is the Full Moon Victor, which he legit turns into a werewolf, and it looks absolutely cool. Pretty much during this event, it's actually going to be for the month of October, so I'm assuming this update drops on October 1st or something around there. Any game of casual will have a 25% chance to spawn one of our 4 Abyssal Echoes during a match, so any of these can spawn during a match. If we randomly playing and one of these will spawn. These Abyssal Echoes are positive variations of Dark Tide event skins, unique movesets, and voice lines, so they'll randomly appear in a match. What you have to do is defeat them, pretty much. The one thing I don't understand is, do you have to be the one that actually gets the kill, or does the team, or your team, if it's your team that actually gets the kill on him, or one of these, the Abyssal Lords, if your team is the one that gets the kill, do you get the doubloons, or does everybody in the match get the doubloons, even if they weren't the one that killed them? Not sure if it's going to be like individually. I hope it ain't. I hope it's just for like a team, or at least for everybody in the match. Once the Abyssal Echo appears, player will have a short time to defeat the Echo before it tears open a portal and escapes to the Abyss. Destroying any of these will award a contributing player with a dark doubloon I can spend on tide events. Pretty much all the events are like face masks and stuff they had for the last little box of horrors, and they gave away for the last year's Halloween event. It's a lot of like face masks. You got one for Genos, you got one for Androxix, etc. Default moon vector you'll find with a special gold doubloon. So if you find full moon Victor in one of your matches, you get a gold doubloon. Gold doubloons will be exchanged for limited special variants of the Dark Tide skins. So any of the skins that are there, they'll have a different coloring, so they'll be even more rare than they are. They'll be actually legendary, I think. Legendary, epic, one of those two. All players will receive 4 special event quests during the Dark Tides update, Privateer, whatever. They have. This is actually new. These quests are new. They have never did this before, so this is very, very interesting. Privateer object, collect 15 gold doubloons. You get a gold chest from that, so that's cool. You get a free gold chest for completing that. I'll tell you right now, I'm gonna be playing the shit out of this. Bury treasure, collect 30 doubloons. You get a free little box of horrors, which is great because they're gonna be adding a bunch of other new stuff to that as well. And you also have a chance of getting the new Talus skin in that as well, so that's cool. Get a free one of those for just completing that objective. Ghost Catcher, kill the Abyssal Echoes, kill all of them, every single one, and you'll be getting a Grinning Gourds and a Static Spray. So you'll be getting, I'm not quite sure what the gourd is. I think that's like a face mask for Maldamba. And you got the last one, play 150 games of casuals during the event, the Salty and the limited title. I guess the Salty is the limited title. I thought they were both titles. The title, limited title, was gonna be a title, but you're gonna be getting Salty. I really don't give a shit about that one. The Salty sucks. As for a title, I mean, I guess probably not many people are gonna have it, but still, I want something that actually sounds cool. Not Salty. Makes you sound like you're salty every game. Sore loser. Anyways, we got the Dark Exchange. After collecting enough gold doubloons, visit the Dark Exchange Sword to unlock spooky Halloween stuff. Dark Exchange must have one of the event artifacts from death, whatever those things are. The skins, pretty much. Got a 3D spray, a death stamp. I actually kind of want the death stamp. I would not mind getting that. I'm probably gonna end up getting all this shit, honestly, because I'm gonna play the shit out of this. Got a Ruckus skin for 5 doubloons. That's really cheap. Everybody's gonna be getting that. The Static Spray looks good. Right, a Boo Spray, Death Stamp. Andro got the Screech, a rare skin. That's kind of cool. I think that's actually a face mask for Andro. Like I said, a lot of these are face masks. These are all face masks here for these. 1,000 gold. You can actually purchase this as much as you want. 1 gold doubloon for 10,000 gold. Wow, guys. So you can pretty much farm money during this event. I can tell you guys right now I'll be doing that. I'll be pretty much just farming after you buy everything. This goes for at least a month, so you have plenty of time. The first Dark Tides event bundle will unlock a coupon for 20% off your second Dark Tides bundle. So you buy one, you get 20% off the other, pretty much. Got the Death Speaker bundle. Here's the one with the Fernando and Ying. They look really good. Got a bunch of cool stuff. The one I'm really interested in is the not really the Fernando bundle, but the Vivian bundle looks good. Vivian looks insanely really good here. They did a really good job with this skin. Even though I really don't play Vivian. 500 crystals. It ain't bad. The one I really want to get though, right here, Full Moon Victor. This here's the one I want to get. Even though I don't really play Victor, but this skin will make me play Victor. Honestly, it's that good. It really is. Owning all 3 event bundles will automatically unlock Full Moon Victor bundle. So if you buy all 3, you get Full Moon Victor for free. So that's 1,500 crystals. A bit high. I really hope I don't have to buy all those just to get Full Moon. I really don't. Got a bunch of other stuff as well. Full Moon Victor will be first unlimited skin release for Paladins, available for 1,500 crystals, starting in 1.8. I'm not quite sure what unlimited skin means, but if they're gonna be selling it for 1,500 crystals, that's absolutely way overpriced. I'm paying 1,500 crystals for one skin. Unlimited skins will always be available for direct purchase and never rotate out, so I think what they really do now, I think that what they actually do is they actually have skins you can purchase like weekly, but I think for direct purchase, 1,500 crystals for Full Moon Victor though. I don't know, way overpriced I think it is. I ain't paying that for one skin. I'm sorry, I ain't doing that. Unlimited skins will never be available at a discount or available in chest or the deal of the day. So that sucks. So you're going to be paying 1,500 no matter what if you want Full Moon Victor. So they're pretty much forcing you to buy all these. It looks like I'll be paying, I don't know, I think it's, I don't know, I'll probably be buying $50 eShop card just to get all this shit because I ain't paying 1,500 bucks for one skin. I'm telling you that right now. 1,500 crystals. There is no way to obtain certain event skins that were marked as limited. We don't anticipate that many players would choose to unlock a limited skin in this manner, but we wanted to give them. Of course, not many people are going to buy it in this manner because you're charging $1,500 for a skin. Nobody's going to pay 1,500 crystals for one skin. If it's going to be 1,500 crystals, at least give us the voice pack with it. You better be getting a voice pack. You better be getting all the emotes. You better be getting a bunch of other shit with it. That's a ripoff. We don't anticipate that many players would do this, blah blah blah. Give it a pass for premium without hurting the exclusivity of the events. 1,500 crystals. I'm not gonna comment more on that, it's way overpriced. Character progression ability, items that become unlocked or available for purchase throughout character progression, whatever. It just shows all the attainabilities. But for the full premium price of that event, again, $1,500 for one skin, 1,500 crystals. I mean, I keep saying dollars, but it's pretty much the same thing. We have a new onslaught map, which is actually something everybody's been wanting. We have, I think, we have like 3 onslaught maps. We have the library, we have the one in the mountains, whatever you call it, and then we have one that's like in the middle of nowhere that's really like claustrophobic. We'll have 3 onslaught maps, adding a 4th. It's gonna be great. Actually has 2 layers as well. They showed it in the trailer. You guys can go check that out. Here's a bunch of screenshots. Looks great. How far are we in? Holy shit. Pretty much here's what the menu is going to look like. Pretty much it's showing us. You get 1 vault key. You can use the vault key on. They have a new Inara skin. What they're going to give you. You buy all 3 of these. You get the Full Moon Victor for free and all this random other shit. You also get the 1 vault key, which you can unlock any of these. I don't know. I really don't give a shit about Inara. I really haven't played Inara. I've just first starting to play Inara. If I were to pick one of these, it would be the Rise of Fury event ones. It would actually be the either the Droxus or Demonette Maeve. Just telling you guys right now, even though it's probably going to be a waste. I'd rather pick a skin for something that I'm going to play frequently than pick a skin that's exclusive to a character that I'd never really play. Just my personal preference. And we have the gold doubloons. So if you buy all the packs, if you get a gold doubloon, you can upgrade it to one of the even rarer type of skins, which is gonna be kind of cool. Means you have to play a lot of the game. You're gonna be playing the game like non-stop just to find a Full Moon Victor in one of your matches. It's only in casuals. It's not for ranked. It's not for anything else. It's only in casuals, not custom matches, nowhere else. Only in casuals. Here's all the stuff you can buy. Like I said, you can buy unlimited gold. That's gonna be insane. Farm gold up. I'm gonna be doing that. You have the vault keys. Again, gonna probably be getting either Demon at Mave or the Androxus one. Tyra one looks good, but I never really use Tyra unless I really need to. New Inara looks dope. Got the Tyra, we got Mave. The Fallen Androxus looks dope as well. I think why I'm gonna get the Mave one is because I already have a voice pack for Mave as well. Androxus I don't. New pop-ups, whatever. They never really even talked about half this stuff in the presentation earlier. We have a new, I think these are new loading backgrounds. Splash art, I think that's loading backgrounds. That's kind of cool. Sound mix. Convey the danger and various threat levels of enemies around you. So that's good. Add missing ultimate lines to all these. I know Cassie has one that it doesn't match the skins, which is constantly an issue when I play Cassie lately. Deal of the Day is a new feature that bundles together Paladins content as a discount. The Deal of the Day is unique to each player and located in the store. Personal Deal of the Day bundle will feature 3 unowned cosmetics from legendaries to mounts, voice packs, and more. That's kind of cool. Steam linking. In 1.8, players with linked accounts to Steam will bypass the Paladins launcher and go straight into the game. I don't know what the Paladins launcher is. When launching Paladins from Steam, will now be notified from their Steam and high-res accounts that are not linked and prompted to do so. I'm assuming this is only for PC people. I hope it is not for Switch, because I really don't want to have to make a Steam account. Enemies will have white silhouettes when your weapon's out of max range. That's great, especially for like close range characters like Zin, Buck, etc. Console, here we got console. We have actually some good aim assist. They improved a bunch of the aim assist stuff. You guys can read it. I'm not going to go over it very much, but they finally improved it. They're actually going to be giving us some more better sensitivity and a more complex system, which is something that's sorely needed. Not going to go over all this because I'll be sitting here forever. Moved aim assist during the following abilities. Is there any I really play here? Eevee. Ice Block doesn't matter. Drogos. Zin. Zin's what I play a lot lately. Part of this I really don't play like super a lot. I guess Koga. Koga's week taking a huge nerf. We have actually go over this Talus skin real quick. I got Dredge. His skin you could probably buy with gold. I think it's gonna be his alt skin. 200 crystals at 60,000 gold. You serious? I thought it was gonna be like 40,000. Little Box of Horrors are gonna be adding the Talus skin into that. There's not really too much else new there. Got some event sprays. That's gonna be kind of cool. They look cool. Cosplay, whatever. They're going over the cosplay. Now directly purchasable. They're gonna be having a bunch of stuff that you can actually buy now. Oh shit. Pretty much right here, I'm just gonna go over this real quick. They've changed out a lot of the, they made some adjustments, at least visual wise, to Fish Market. Looks pretty good. They have a bunch of stuff here. I'm not even gonna go over that because it really doesn't matter. We have some balance. This is the last thing I'm gonna go over. Androxus is getting another huge buff. Not really a huge buff, but a slight buff, I guess. Nobody uses this ability to begin with. I guess they're trying to give you a reason to use it. Increased Defiant Fist. Defiance, if you guys do not know, actually got a pretty good buff, and it got a huge like area of effect buff and like a little bit of a range buff, so you don't have to like stand right up in your opponent's face to actually make damage. So now they're increasing this talent up to 10 to 15%. Do I think it's going to matter? No. There's no reason to really use Defiant Fist unless you're against like a team with like a bunch of squishies and a lot of not really fat characters, at least health-wise. Hits will roll is going to be the primary ability you're going to be choosing like every time, or Godslayer. Ash getting a huge buff. I think Ash is really popular right now because it fits on double tank comps really well. If you have one main tank like a Inara and a Fernando, and you can use Ash as like a damage tank, works really well. I think that's why they gave her a buff. Kinetic Burst went to 300, 450. Furia taking some huge nerfs, which I'm really pissed about because I'm starting to get to really like Furia. Pyroblade, reduced damage down at damage, I don't know why that is down, I think it's zone at extended ranges, so you're going to be having a shitload of damage fall off, which I hate. You can barely defend yourself the way it is, and they're going to be giving you damage fall off. Come on. Kindle Soul is actually going to be, which is actually the healing ability. It really takes forever. It's probably one of the, I wouldn't say it's one of the highest cooldown abilities because Grover and stuff like that and Pip have higher ones, but from 4 to 5 seconds, that's a huge change. It means you have to run, I think, like tier 2 or tier 3 Cauterize to actually negate most of that, which sucks. I'm really pissed about this nerf, and I think we're going to be seeing a huge rise in Ceres and Genos just because of this. Koga. Everybody's pissed about Koga. Everybody's pissed that, oh, Koga's an auto ban. After this nerf, guys, I think Koga's no longer an auto ban in ranked. It's not going to be worth an auto ban. Hellkite Claws, they're actually giving a buff to the Claws. Their reasoning behind this is pretty much that they feel like the Claws ain't being used, and it's mostly just SMGs, and there's a huge risk to use the Claws, which I agree with. There's no reason to use the Claws because the SMGs are OP. You don't have to worry about running out of ammo. You don't have to worry about doing anything. You just use your energy for dash steps and heal. So, Hellkite Claws increase the range by 15%, increase the projectile speed by 15%. I mean, it's good. I can see Blood Reaper maybe being kind of viable now. Master of Arms, here's where I have an issue, and I guess a lot of people are going to be happy about this, but I really don't like it because I like using Koga. I think it gives even less reason to use Koga now, and it makes it a lot harder to use. It puts Koga in ranked from going from, if you have like a decent team and that actually does everything, they don't do their roles, you do your role, it puts Koga from pretty much always at like 95% win rate if you have it on your team and you're using it effectively, down to like a 50% rate, like win rate. Honestly, it makes it pretty much to the point where you're better off. It puts it down to like any other flank. There's nothing that makes Koga stand out in rings anymore. There's no reason to use Koga. I think the reason right now to use Koga is because if you get Koga, you have a 95% chance to win the match. Honestly, it's that good. Unless your team is absolute bumbleheads and they don't know how to do anything, then that's when you have issues. Or if the opposite team happens to like counter team you or like to counter draft you, that's the only issues you're gonna have. Otherwise, it's a 95% win. Reduce the chance of hits to cost ammo from 100% to 50%. So instead of, if you make hits, you have a 100% chance to not use any ammo. It's going to be 50% now, so you're using a lot more ammo. I don't agree with it whatsoever. I think you just killed Koga. At least for ranked. Pretty much like every time in ranked anyways, it's an auto ban. So I guess it really doesn't matter too much. I'm not going to say much more on it until I try it out. Lex got the Magnums, a little bit of a buff. Reduce accuracy loss per shot. Does it really matter? I don't think it does. Nobody uses Lex. Meldamba, the Gourd, health increase from 280 to 300. Not really going to be doing too much anyways. A buff, but doesn't really do anything. Talus got a bit of a buff. Rare Charge, increase the range before the damage fall off begins, which is a nerf, but they buffed it. I guess it got a buff and a nerf, so 50-50 here for Talus. True power decreased knockback strength by 44%. Their reasoning behind this was you knock them back so far to the point where your damage from your weapon falls off and you're not able to do max damage from your ultimate. Makes sense. Bug fix is not going to go over them. And that's pretty much all we got. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Apologize if it was a pretty long video, a lot to go over. But yeah, let me know anything you guys want to say in the comments. That'd be great. Drop a like if you are new, subscribe. I'm going to be doing a guide on Dredge here in the future, probably towards the end of the month, whenever he's released. And I'll see you guys in the future video.